One of the only things in this world you can control is your state of mind. You can't control the weather, you can't control other people, you can't even control your health. You might get a brain hemorrhage, or you might get hit by a bus, or you might get assassinated. One of the very few things in the world you have genuine control over is your state of mind. You decide if you're a disciplined person. You decide if you're a happy person. These are things that in real time you can affect in your brain. This is all you can control on earth. If you can't control that, then you're just a feather in the wind. And life's gonna blow you around, and you might land somewhere good, you might land in dog shit, nobody knows.
Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your outcomes. Either suffer the price of discipline or suffer the price of regret. Discipline is doing what you're called to do even when you don't want to do it.
I was a 4-time kickboxing world champion. For 12 years, I trained 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. And I was motivated to train probably about 25% of the time. The rest of the time I went because I am disciplined. You don't feel like going through that on a Wednesday morning when you wake up, but you have to do it because you're disciplined.
Most people give up when they're tired, but a disciplined person gives up when they're done.
Life is a fight. That's what it is. The world doesn't care how you feel anyway. You're either a winner or a loser. You're either going to push to succeed or you're not. We live in a world based on action. It's binary. It's yes or no. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it.
Tell me one thing in your life that is great that came as a result of being comfortable. Because I'm going to tell you right now, all the great things in my life, all the great things in other high achievers' lives, all the reasons that these successful people that you look up to, that you aspire to be like, are the way they are, have all come from a place of being uncomfortable.
Inspiration gets you going, but it's discipline that keeps you growing in life. You better understand, motivation will dry up on you, but when motivation dies, let discipline take its place.
Motivation gets you going. Discipline, commitment, strong habits is what gets things done. Commit once. You don't need to commit more than once. You commit once to the thing that you're going to do, and then you do it every single day. That everyday method is one of the most powerful methods for reconstructing your entire life. Picking something, one thing. It doesn't matter what that thing is. I can't emphasize this enough, how important it is for you to commit to small things on a daily basis, because that is what transforms you. It's those tiny little actions. It's not the grand visions. It's the tiny actions that move towards a worthy ideal.
Motivation may get you up in the morning. It may even allow you to accomplish something, but discipline will allow you to achieve your goals and dreams. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It happens what? Day by day.
Understand that when you're trying to avoid the pain, when you're trying to avoid the struggle, when you're trying to avoid the hard things in life, you are actively choosing to be average. And you are actively choosing to move further away from what you want in life. Because that hardship and that pain and that struggle and that frustration, they give you the skills that will forge you into a champion.
You can't wake up and say, today I'm making some money, and actually try your very, very best, and actually stay dedicated to that task. If you can't do that, you're because when I had nothing, I couldn't be distracted. You couldn't distract me from what I wanted. That's who I am. If I want something, I'm gonna get it. I do not need to be motivated. I'm a disciplined person. If I allocate X amount of time to work, I'm gonna do it. But that is the bottom line answer. It's discipline. You're gonna have to work when you don't feel like working. That's how it's gonna have to be.
Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works.
The real problem, which no one ever talks about, is that everywhere we look at society, we celebrate victimhood. We are no longer celebrating people who put in the work. We are no longer celebrating people who overcome. Instead, we are celebrating people who have the saddest story.
The greatest skill that you can acquire in life is to learn how to work without motivation. And that's what it comes down to. Like for me, everything in my life is life or death. There's not a single thing that's not life or death. Every single thing, because that's the only way to maintain full control of your life. If you treat some things as optional, if you can't execute what's up in your head, your will upon your world, and if you can't do it through your own body, you're in the backseat of a car that someone else is driving. That's your life. I want to be in the driver's seat. So the only way I can do that is to make everything life or death. Every single thing, every single gym session, every workout, every single thing that I need to get done, it has to get done. There's no choice.
When you're in a constant state of review